I can't believe it's been 16 videos. That's a lot. I wanted to ask you guys a favor this week. I need everybody that watches this to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We can't change the name of it until there's 100 subscribers. And right now the name is YouTube / like JWG47924. It's something really weird. So what we want to do is just put our name, Pacific Union School Garden, after that, and then when we give it to other people, it'll be a lot easier. So if you know how to do that, go ahead and do that. I think it's pretty easy. And then today for our garden video, we are going to do two really cool things. First, I'm going to show you what sprouting is. So it's sprouting to eat the sprouts. And then the second thing we're going to do is we are going to make a rain gauge because it's going to start raining again. It's not raining right now, but soon it will. And it's really fun to collect the rain and figure out how much rain falls every day. So if we have like a big, huge storm, then it's really exciting to know that we got 2 inches of rain in those 12 hours. So have fun.
First, let's sprout.
That's right, Lucy. We are going to sprout. So sprouting is something that you do where you sprout seeds and then you eat them before they become full-grown plants. And there's lots of nutritious stuff in sprouts, and they're delicious. So these are the equipment we use, just a regular jar and then a little screen top that you can order pretty much from any online store that sells that sorts of things. And the first thing we are going to sprout is alfalfa sprouts. They sprout very fast. And then we're going to sprout broccoli sprouts. They are delicious and super healthy. And then the next thing we're going to sprout is radish sprouts. They're a little bit spicy and they're a beautiful pink color. And the very last thing is going to be a bean mix. It is adzuki beans, mung beans, and lentils. And it is so good. The first thing you do is you soak your sprouts for 6 to 8 hours. Well, you soak your seeds. And then when they're done soaking, you can dump off the water and turn the jars sideways so that the seeds kind of spread out, but they're damp but not wet. And then this is a picture of us rinsing the sprouts. So then every day after that, you rinse them twice a day. And Lucy was my helper. See our compost in the background. And then you just pour water in and dump it off and then kind of spread them out and lay them flat. I put them on my countertop because my windowsill is too sunny for them. It makes them grow kind of funky smelling. So we do this twice a day. And then you'll see them start to sprout. And it is exactly what it sounds like. They sprout. Little tails. Those are the radish. These are the alfalfa. And the broccoli. They're all a little bit different, and they all sprout at a little bit different times. So this is the third day. That first picture was the second day. Look at the alfalfa. You'll see that they already have little green leaves on them. And the beans all sprout a little differently from each other too, but they are super yummy. Broccoli. And a little radish seed. See, they're starting to turn pink. You can see a little pink in them. And these are the end result of the alfalfa after 4 days. And then we use them for Sandwich Sunday. Remember how we make people who are unhoused in our community sandwiches? Today we added our sprouts to the sandwiches. So that was a really fun addition. It's really easy to find sprouting materials. If anybody's interested, send me an email and I can tell you how to get started. It's easy and it's fun and it's extremely nutritious. The next activity we're going to do is we're going to make a rain gauge. And what a rain gauge does is it allows you to measure how much rain falls out of the sky. You can make a chart and keep track of how much rain, and then you can do lots of fun things like compare different days or different years. What you're gonna need to start with is a permanent marker, some scissors, something like a knife or an X-Acto knife to cut with, some tape, and then a container. So what you're gonna want is a container with flat sides. It's nice if you can see through it, but it's not that important. And we're going to cut the top off. So it can be like that hairspray container or the peanut butter container, even a container like this. If you don't have a plastic container, but you have a jar where the top opening is the same size as the sides, that works. Old recycling works great. And then your tape is gonna need to be an opaque tape like duct tape or masking tape, or I even use like a rainbow tape that we had. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the top off of our jar. So you wanna cut it wherever there's a place where it starts to go in, you wanna cut right below that. So you want it to have very straight sides because you want the place where it collects to be the same size as the bottom of the jar. So whoop, fast, cut that off. You'll probably want some help from an adult to do that, as it's a little hairy. And there, now you can see that the opening of my jar is the same as the sides. And that's important for measuring. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take a piece of your tape. So I'm gonna show you a couple other kinds of tape I had. I just used regular duct tape because I thought it would hold up the longest outside. See, there's my rainbow tape, my unicorn tape. I don't have any masking tape, but you could use that too. And then you're gonna measure how long your container is. And cut your piece of tape about that length. It does not have to be precise. You can fold the top over if you need to. And then we're gonna do some measuring. What you wanna do is make your measure. So this is the inch marks. And I'm gonna make my inch marks nice and long. And then about halfway in, I'm gonna do my half-inch marks. And then if you wanna get really precise, you can go a little bit further in and you can make your quarter-inch marks. And that was important to me because it's just easier to read when it looks like an actual ruler, I think. So that's up to you. And then this is a really important part. The bottom of our containers have rounded edges, and we're gonna have to put a little bit of water in there so that we are above the rounded edges. Or in this one, you could see that it had an indentation. So we're gonna start our measurement right above that rounded edge. So if you want to put your container out at 8 o'clock in the morning and see how much rain falls until 8 o'clock that night, you'll put a little bit of water in it up until the top of that rounded edge, and then you'll start your calculation from there. So this is super fun. I hope you guys have a lot of fun making these. Make sure that you record your data that you collect and let me know what you find out. Okay, everybody, that's the end of our video. So like I said at the beginning, make sure that you go to the YouTube channel and then subscribe, because then we'll be able to change the name of our YouTube channel to something that's easier to follow or find. So I don't know why you have to do that, but just go ahead and do that for us. And then you can also leave a comment that will tell me how much rain you measured. So put your rain gauge outside and make sure to measure to see how much rain falls over the next week. Have a great President's Week. See you when we get back.